Hello, everyone. Hi, everybody. Brandy Joy here, and we are doing your weekly pick a card reading. So, if you are ready, I have my David Bowie shirt on here from Labyrinth. We're going to read some cards. So, it's a little rainy out there with the tropical storm that we have. The hurricane is outside of the coast here on Florida right now, and we're getting some of the rain and winds over here. So hopefully, I don't have any issues with the stream. Looks all right on my end. So hi there, good to see all of you. Thanks for joining. Hey there. Yeah, I was actually working on the Spiritual Awakening Masterclass last night on Monday, and that is why I got sidetracked. I totally looked at the time and I was like, oh yeah, live broadcast tonight. So so I was like, well, I'll just do it tomorrow. I was a little tired by the time I saw what time it was. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I love David Bowie. Hi, everybody. So yeah, let's pull some cards, see what's going on for the week. Okay. Pick A, B, or C if you're new here. And I will read the cards on A, B, and C. So make sure you breathe in, clear your mind, allow A, B, or C to come to you, and then we'll see what is in store for you this week. So, all right, A, B, or C. Do some deep breathing with me here. Cat is attacking the ottoman. All right, you ready? Okay. A, B, or C. If you have any friends that might need a reading, feel free to share the video with them. All right. A. Feeling it right there. Ah, 9 of Swords. Okay. All right, A's. Let's see what you got going on. Ah, 4 of Cups. And Ace of Pentacles. All right. So A's, you definitely have some hard stuff going on this week. A little bit of that 9 of Swords energy. But we'll be talking about that in a few moments here. Let's look at our B's. I'm feeling something right here. The Hangman. All right, Hangman for B. Let's see what your advice cards are. Right there. Judgment. Okay. And finally, ooh, that's 2 major arcanas. Finally, the 7 of Cups. All right. So that is B. Let's take a look at C's cards for the week. All right. We have the Page of Pentacles. All right. And then we have the Knight of Swords. And finally, the Hermit. Okay. All right, you ready? A for romance. All right. So we'll start with A. All right, if you chose A, this week we have the 9 of Swords. All right, so the 9 of Swords is showing that this is kind of a rough week for you mentally and emotionally. The 9 of Swords is where you're coming to a close on some things, but it's not really, your mind isn't really happy about the experience, okay? So this is a card of unhappiness. It's a card of feeling depressed, feeling a little bit like maybe some insomnia, some nightmares, and things like that. So if you got this card this week, you're definitely experiencing a little bit of a heartache, or maybe you're about to. A little bit of like a negativity, a little bit of like just not feeling good about things, okay? So this is like what's going on with you right now, or what's going to be going on with you this week. Okay, is a little bit of negativity, a little bit of like mental stuff just kind of coming down on you. So it could be that you're having dreams about the past, or about like, you know, anxious future possibilities. You're just kind of in this like anxious mode. Just not a really good card if you chose A. And then we have Four of Cups. So what this is saying is if you chose A, you're having a little bit of that negativity, right? So it's saying that it's going to be fine, but you're not really opening yourself, okay? So you're being a little bit closed off about things, about your perspective on things, and you're more focused on the negativity. You can see in this card that he's being given the cup, right? And so it's like God is coming in and our spirit is coming in and saying, hey, here's the cup, here's love, here's what you want, here's what you need. It's all inside of you. But he's just closed off. So he's not really open to the experience because he thinks it should be what he wants it to be, but that's not really the reality of it, okay? So it's kind of like, here's an example, is you think, right, that you'll be happy maybe in a relationship, or you'll think you'll be happier, with this job or with this money. But in reality, the happiness has to come from within you. So it's already there, right? So whatever it is that you're wanting, that's causing the issue here, okay? That's causing the negative feelings and negative perspective is what is already there, but you're not opening to it, your own experience, opening to, the feeling of just love within you, or the feeling of, just being okay with what you already have. So there's a block there. There's an emotional block, okay? And then we have the Ace of Pentacles. So it's telling you that you have the ability to manifest, all right? Can you see that up there? Right. So this is a card of manifesting what you want. So this card is saying that even though you're blocked and all of this stuff is going on, you have the ability to change this. You have the ability to change this, okay? So the negativity you're experiencing, the stuff that you have going on, you actually have a really good card for manifesting something new. So it is possible. It's just that you have to work on yourself first, and you have to, fill yourself up and vibrate that you are happy in order to attract more of the happiness and more of the things that you actually do want. So work on yourself, work on opening and healing that heart chakra, because really this is the card of the heart chakra. And the heart chakra seems to be a little blocked. Maybe you've been hurt quite a bit and you're kind of closing off, and it's just causing more problems. So try to open that, try to work on that, try to clear yourself if you're an A, because you have this possible potential good stuff that can come for you in terms of whatever it is that's bothering you. But it's just right now, this week, it's not manifesting itself the way you want it to. And you're feeling some depression and your heart chakra is blocked. And once you get that healed up and you're working on that and everything, you will start to see better things happening because you have a really good card for manifesting what you want. Okay? It's just that right now you've got to do a little clearing. You've got to do a little internal work. Okay? I know that, you probably want to hear something else, but, you've got to do some internal healing first. And that's always really hard, Okay, anyways, let's move on to B. All right. Thank you, everyone. All right, so let's move on to B. For those of you that have chosen B, and if you haven't chosen yet, make sure you close your eyes, breathe in, choose A, B, or C. All right, the Hangman. So if you chose B, we have the Hangman. And the Hangman is about self-sacrifice, okay? So self-sacrifice in terms of healing, in terms of changing your perspective, renewal energy. So this is actually the card of the healer, the light worker. This is, you can see the sun around the head there. And so he is actually in contentment as he is flipped over, and he doesn't have his attachments anymore. Everything fell out of his pockets. So he's actually very clear, and he can see the light, and he can look at things very differently. And even though he's been wounded, even though he feels trapped in a way, he doesn't. It's like he can look at it and say, even though there's things about this that could be seen as very negative, I'm letting things go. I'm opening myself up. I'm looking at things a little bit differently. So you are this week learning about self-sacrifice of yourself in terms of healing and looking at things differently in your life, right? So if you chose B, you're definitely on the healing path, but not just for yourself, for other people. Okay. So you are a light worker. You're learning some light work this week. And that could be very internal for you in terms of your own healing, in terms of your own perspective on your own life. And that will help you then to be able to help other people in many ways. All right. And then we have the judgment card as well for B. So if you chose B, the judgment card is in this position of the council for you. Okay. So it's telling you to have good boundaries, to have good judgment, to have good discrimination and discernment about whatever it is you're doing, you know? So as you do this light work, as you learn self sacrifice, as you learn to let go, as you learn to self heal, as you learn to look at things differently, use your good judgment. Tap in to your internal mental body and really get into the whole idea of, you know, do I need a stronger boundary? Do I need a stronger boundary in this situation? You know, or am I am I allowing other people to kind of drain me or to take too much of my energy? Do you have the right boundaries, right? Are you using good judgment in the situation? Are you allowing things to go on with someone, allowing them to treat you badly? Because it's showing that you're going through a healing and you're going through this like letting go stage and like looking at things differently, but you also have to learn good boundaries here. So this judgment card does have to do with boundary setting, and boundaries are energetic, right? Boundaries are about your energy. So boundaries, even though a lot of times we think about it in terms of our space, right? In terms of even our the way we let someone speak to us or come into our energy, it is very much about having your personal space. It's very much about your own energy and not letting people pull from you. So, like many of you, I, you know, have people try to pull from me, and I'll have, for instance, friends, or you know, that will decide they want to be my friend, but it's really because they like my energy and they just want to kind of pull from it, and they don't even realize it. It's an unconscious thing, right? Because they're very weak, you know, in terms of energy, but they don't know how to fill themselves up. So they'll kind of pull from light workers a lot, people that do a lot of light work, that are very good at clearing and expanding their own aura. So people will kind of pull from them. And so this is what this is about for you. If you chose B, is you have to learn how to hold your own energy and to have these boundaries and have good judgment on who you are allowing to not just be in your life, because maybe there are some people that have to be in your life and maybe they're kind of pulling from you, but how to set those boundaries with them and how to not let them to, you know, overcome your own boundaries. You know, how do you do that? That's what it's telling you. And you also have the 7 of Cups. And so the 7 of Cups is you might be in a little bit of an escape mode this week or right now because you are going through so much self-healing and this like I'm getting self-doubt here too. It's like, you know, you might be drinking a little bit, you might be smoking a little bit, or you might be overeating or eating too much sugar or things that aren't very good for you. There's something going on in terms of escapism for you. It's almost like, yeah, I know I have to do this, but you know what? I think also this actually kind of feels good and this is making me feel good. So I think I'll keep doing this too. So that way I can deal with the stress over here. Cat's being crazy. Um, but anyways, you're dealing with a little bit of an escapism type of issue this week, okay? So just try to have good boundaries in that regard as well. So think about that. You know, how is it that you're trying to escape and not trying to, you know, deal with things sometimes by doing something that isn't very healthy for you? You got to learn how a good judgment about that as well. So you've got the judgment card in terms of that as well. So the judgment card is saying, hey, are you using good judgment, good discernment in terms of making decisions about your boundaries in terms of how you're treating your body and treating yourself? Are you done? All right, let's take a look at C. So if you chose C, all right, hi everybody. Oh, good to see all of you. All right, so let's go ahead and take a look at C. I like reading some of your comments though. Oh, good, good. Glad you are setting boundaries. Awesome. Okay. All right, so Page of Pentacles for our Cs. So Page of Pentacles, with this one, it's definitely a little bit different than these other energies that have been going on. So if you chose the C, right, we have Page of Pentacles, which is like a message, right? So there is definitely some type of message here in place for you. And it looks to me like, looking at these cards, it's like the spirit guides are trying to get in contact with you. I'm really getting spirit guides. It could be also your higher self, your holy guardian angel, but someone is trying to contact you if you chose C. They're trying to give you a message. They want to talk to you. So you definitely should be trying to listen. So meditation and channeling, there's a spirit guide or someone is trying to give you a message from the other side. Okay, that's what I'm getting here looking at these cards, and that's what I'm feeling. So Knight of Swords, you're running away. So we have this Page of Pentacles saying that, hey, we're trying to contact you, but it's showing that you've been running away from that you haven't been opening as much as you should be. Maybe there's a fear. There could be some type of unconscious fear there of maybe talking to the spirits, or maybe just channeling in general might scare you a little bit, or maybe you're just not meditating, or maybe when you meditate, you're just like a little bit of scared of like, oh, what's going to come to me, right? But there is a spirit, a guide, some type of message that needs to come to you, and it's showing you kind of running away in a way, okay? But we've got the Hermit card in the placement of your counsel, okay? So the Hermit card teaches you to quiet the mind, still the mind, meditate, go within, go into isolation mode this week. It's telling you to go into isolation mode, spend some time by yourself, meditating, opening, doing things that will allow the message to come through, because there is a message for you. All right. So if you chose C, there is a message you need to get. All right. So make sure that you do the Hermit work. The Hermit work is to connect with your higher self, to connect and go into isolation in a pure, deep meditation mode. Okay, so this is really important for you because this is about your spiritual journey. There's some questions that you must have. There's something going on that the spirits are like, hey, we need to talk to you. Either a spirit, or it could be a consciousness of spirits. There's something going on. They need to talk to you if you chose C. All right. That's really important for you. It might be that you have something you need to do. It could be that you're a light worker and you need to be helping people in some way, and they have a message for you on how you need to do that. So definitely do your work this week. If you chose C, do Hermit work, do isolation, do meditation as much as possible, okay? Spirits have a message for you, I promise. Okay, so thank you so much for watching, everybody. Thanks for joining me on Tuesday. I know we usually do this on Monday. Again, I was working on the masterclass and totally just didn't realize the time. I know, and some people were a little worried that maybe it was the hurricane, but fortunately for me, I am in Florida. I'm in Orlando, and it's fine here. My dad lives on a sailboat, and I'm a little concerned about him and his girlfriend because they are out in the ocean. Well, the river really that's tied into the ocean right there. And I've been texting him. I'm like, everything okay? He's like, yeah, it's only 25 miles an hour winds right now. But you know, it's going to be getting a little worse overnight around the coast there as it's kind of hitting. I'm hoping it moves back out away from everybody. I feel absolutely just terrible for the Bahamas, the people in the Bahamas, the animals in the Bahamas, and I know many of you do as well, and sending our love and our energy and our prayers to them and just hoping that they're okay. I know so many people have been, hurt and even passed on to the other side now from the Bahamas. So yeah, as light workers, that's all we can do right now is to send that vibration out to them. But thanks so much for joining me, everyone. And I hope you have a good week. And I hope you listen to my guidance, because y'all got some interesting stuff this week. So I hope it helps. All right. Bye, everybody. I'll see you next week. And for those of you in the membership, you'll have stuff on Thursday. So thanks, everybody. Bye for now. Bye.